Here to weigh in is Dan Bongino, Fox News contributor, former deputy director of the FBI. Dan, it's great to have you on tonight. That was powerful today at the White House. I mean, Joe Biden never had any event like this. These people were forgotten. Speak to the moment of President Trump with these families who have been heartbroken by open borders.
You know, there's nothing I can say that's going to, take back the violence or bring back Laken Riley or others, or nothing anyone's going to say. But the hard reality of the situation is liberals and their sycophantic media allies can BS people all they want and say, well, most of the people who come to this country illegally don't go on to commit additional crimes. However, Laura, those people should not have been here to commit this crime at all. Yes, of course, American citizens commit crime too. That's why we have police departments. We do that. But that's also why we have borders. It's not a stop sign, the border. It's not a suggestion. It's the law. You have to enter legally through a port of entry. This is not, hello, Captain Obvious, so we know who comes in the country. You want al-Qaeda terrorists, CJNG cartel members, hustling criminals across the border to sling their fentanyl, drugs, counterfeit money, potential, weapons across the border, significant weapons trafficking? Of course you don't. That's why we have border control laws, so we can see who's in here. And let me just add this, Laura. Thanks to President Trump, you are now, and this is a fact, the liberal media people can stick, you get the rest. You can just, all your crap about this is not going to make this go away. You are now living in the safest America you've ever lived in. The murder rate, everything from property crimes. It's a fact. That is a fact. It's not a matter of your stupid opinion on the other side. You can have an opinion about it, but you're just wrong. And one of the reasons, and I'll leave this point here, is because President Trump saw low-hanging fruit in getting rid of illegals and used Title VIII to get them the hell out of the country instead of engaging in 6-month proffer sessions to try to get a bunch of useless information. He said, get the hell out. We're not wasting any more United States attorney time on this. Just get out. And that's why you've seen the crime rate plunge. It's not a mystery.
Yeah, vote for Democrats. You're voting for the cartels. I'm sorry, but that's just it's as simple as that. Dan, I want to go to what happened over the weekend in Mexico, because I know you are not surprised to learn that this vicious cartel had rocket launchers, dozens and dozens of armored vehicles, heavy weaponry. What else might they have, and how important is it that our intel was involved in taking out El Mencho?
Yeah, I addressed this on the show earlier today. This is really important people understand this. Listen, cartels have always engaged in brutal extreme violence. We get that. That's not new. However, what is new with CJNG, Sinaloa, and others is the technology and the comms equipment, without giving away too many details. I lived this was my entire life over the last year, are totally different, Laura. They're not just force multipliers. I mean, you go from the ability to kill hundreds to the ability to kill thousands and dominate entire neighborhoods, which is simple surveillance equipment and comms that are not easy to get into. So this world is totally changed. And now you have a change in the administration south of the border from AMLO, who was into this let's give them all hugs crap, to Scheinbaum, who's been better on the issue. There's still room for improvement. And now you see an operation like this where El Mencho gets taken out. I mean, this is a totally different world. The president's not kidding around with this Don Roe doctrine. I know people are like, oh, Don Roe, Monroe doctrine. He's not, this is not a joke to him. He is not going to let, in this complicated new world of threats, grid systems, EMP attacks, weapons, drones, fusion technology, he is not going to let people set up shop in Central, South America, Cuba, and elsewhere. He's not, I don't know why people think he's kidding. He has shown no evidence that he's going to back down at all. And now you see it with El Mencho, thanks to some of our support, 6 feet deep. And listen, sorry, man, but he found out.
No, Dan, and the left is so pathetic in so many ways. Team USA wins. Huge celebration. We already talked about it with Boomer Esiason. I'm still like crying in tears of joy for beating the Canadians. Incredible. Yeah. And now the only thing they can say is, oh, Kash Patel was celebrating with the athletes. How dare he celebrate with the athletes? I wanted you to tee off on that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, listen, Kash loves the USA, loves hockey. And I guess he loves beer. I don't know. I thought he was a bourbon guy. But if this is what you're going to melt down about, Laura, listen, I probably did about 10 or 15 meetings about Olympics planning. The left doesn't know this, but the Summer Olympics are coming up in this place called Los Angeles. It's in the United States. You may have heard of it. So the FBI has a significant footprint in the security planning. So for him to go over there and take a look at what's going on in Milan, what they're doing about drones, UAPs, and other things. I've only had about 15 meetings on this myself. And then he goes to a game at the end, and they invite him in a locker room, and he pops a brewski. You know, keep crying, man. Whatever. Tell your story walking. Doesn't bother me. I don't give a damn. I let him have a good time with the team.
All right, Dan, great to see you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.